Hello, my name is Kate and welcome to the video. In this video I'm going to show you how to set up and use the Tormek TT-50 truing tool to make sure your stone is nice and square to your bar, so you're grinding your chisels and plane blades or whatever nice and true. This wheel at the moment is a little bit out, it's higher on this side than this side, so we're going to fix that. I'm going to show you how I do it. Okay, hopefully you can see that there. It's higher over onto the right hand side where that darker strip is than it is over here on my left. So you can just see the light coming through underneath the square to the left hand sort of 3/4 of the stone. So we're going to fix that. We need it nice and flat, but the main thing you need to focus on is that your wheel is square to this bar. Okay, so this is what your jigs ride on. This is the universal support, Tormek call it. So all your jigs are going to ride on this bar, either in the vertical position or the horizontal position over back here. So we need to make sure that it is true to this bar. Okay, so I've dropped the universal support down so it's gently touching the stone, and we've got the same result there as I saw with my square. We're touching this side and we've got a gap over here underneath that bar where the light is peeking through. Okay, so to try and fix that, what I'm going to do is use the truing jig that Tormek supply, and there is a small diamond impregnated in some copper in here. So the idea is we're going to run that at a fixed point across this universal jig, and then that will take down this to be level with that, using this fixed point where this diamond is protruding from the copper. Okay, so my truing tool is nice and secure on the universal bar, and I can use these wheels. If you watch the little tip, you can see it moving further away or closer to the stone. Okay, so I've set the height with the truing tip just off the stone. If your machine's got the micro adjust, you can use the little micro adjust wheel to raise this up and down until it's just touched. Okay, so each graduation on your micro adjust is 0.25 millimeters or 0.01 of an inch. I'm a millimeters person. Okay, so it's just touching. I'm going to lower that one turn or one number, so it's going to, I'll just put the locking knob back on to tighten it up. Tighten those off, your two locking knobs on the bar. So I'm just going to put a little bit of pressure downwards on the bar when I tighten them up. Okay, and we should be good to go. Okay, so I have some water in my tray. I've got this locked up, I've got the height set for the truing tip. So the next job is to use the two round knobs on the truing tool. I'll just take it off actually so you can see them. Okay, so it's to use these two round knobs which move this across the stone as you turn them. Okay, so just pop that back on. So I haven't adjusted the height or anything, that's still the same. Slide that back on, tighten them up. I'm going to start with the tip off the stone and see what happens. So I'm doing this backwards so you can see it, so hopefully all will go smoothly if I turn the plug on. Okay, so I'm just going to slowly turn this, and then you can hear it start to touch the stone. So you want to take about 90 seconds to go all the way across your stone, and that'll give you a fairly smooth cut when you grind your chisels. If you want a rougher cut so it will grind your chisels quicker, you can speed that up and take about 30 seconds to go across the stone. So you can see it's actually stopped cutting now. That's because this side is actually quite a bit higher. So I'm just going to turn it off, and I'm going to spin this back into its starting position. loosen the locking knobs, lower it down, tighten them back up, and go again. I just need to top up the tray with some water. And try again. You can see where it's starting to clean the wheel over here. Okay, so I'm just going to go back. So I'm just going to lower it a little bit more. If you go too slow, you can start to get like a bouncing vibration. So if you do get that, just speed it up a little bit. So you might be able to see there, we're trying to take too much off. Okay, so that was quite hard work, and we've got that awful vibration going on. I don't know if you can quite see, but we've got sort of in undulations on the surface of this side of the wheel where that bouncing kind of vibration was happening. Okay, so look out for that. We don't really want that. You want a nice smooth cut all the way across. Okay, so I'm just going to adjust and take less off on this one to do the rest, and then we'll go back again. So I'm just going to raise the bar up slightly, lock the knobs off again. So if your wheel was quite out of whack like mine was, you'll probably need to do it in 2 or 3 stages to avoid that deep cut and that vibration. Okay, just so we can see. It's nice and flat now, and more importantly, it's nice and parallel with this bar. So the top of the stone here is parallel with the underside of this bar. Just remember to lock off your locks on the back there. Okay, and just so you can see from this point of view, the bar there is parallel to the top of the stone. Okay, so these little truing tips as well, they can be replaced. There's a little bolt here which you can undo, and that'll come out, and then that whole little section will come out and you can replace that tip as well. So that's kind of what it looks like close up. So you can see the tiny diamond grains just protruding out below the copper they're embedded in.